We shape our homes, and our homes shape us. I, Pallavi Arora of Fulcrum Homedecor, am here to transform your spaces into a dream home. Cheers to new beginnings and new memories, with a little bit of magic and lots of love.
Welcome to Fulcrum Home Decor. My name is Pallavi and I'm here to help you transform your spaces into a home. So today is a new video where I'm going to show you a makeover of a space. I have been showing you a lot of home designing and full house designing, but today I wanted to take you into a client's home where we've made over or transformed their living room. The clients had not come and stayed here ever, so they had just started to get the design process rolling or designing of the space by I think a local carpenter, but they were not very happy with how the space was looking. So the clients approached me if I would be willing to take this on, and as many of you who have contacted me know that we generally are a little, it does become a little difficult for us to take a makeover space, but this space was special because she was one of our subscribers and she had been seeing our videos for a very long time and she really wanted me to help her out in this space. So I decided to go ahead and take this this beautiful task of transforming this space from what it looked like to what it looks like now. So let's get right into the video, and I'm very sure that you will see a massive transformation from how it looked before and what it looks after. So if you watched my vlog, you must have seen that I visited a site, which I'm going to put a clip here before, that was the first time I was visiting the site. This place, the clients had approached me because they had gotten some work done, which they were not very happy about because they couldn't understand how to put the place together. So the first time I came here, I looked at the space and this is what it looked before. So the moment I saw how the space looked, I saw that that this space needed to be opened up. That was my first intent and reaction to the space, that even though there is no foyer, there is no entryway to the space, to the house, we did not need to block the room, block the entrance in a way that it looked congested. So the first thing was the entryway door. The moment you enter the space, the clients had this big, huge wardrobe, so to speak. That was where they would house their shoes. So as soon as you entered on the right hand side, I felt that there was such a blockage into the room, and that was one thing that I noticed right away. Then I saw that there was this beautiful long wall on the left side, which was quite empty and it really didn't have anything on it, or there was no way in which that space was going to be used. So that was one concern that I wanted to see how I could address. Then I looked into the television unit and I saw that there is this big unit which has a lot of boxes and a lot of storage space, so to speak, but it just didn't feel open and inviting. So that was something I definitely knew we needed to tackle. So these were the few things that I felt needed to be handled in the living space, so to speak. Now this is a living, dining and a kitchen area together, and even though it's not very small, it somehow had so many openings that placing furniture was becoming a challenge for the client. So let me take you step by step of what I have, what we saw and what we did. So the first thing I did was to rotate it and put it horizontally, and I wanted to place it along this beautiful, lovely long wall that we had in the living dining area, which was connecting the living and dining area. So I literally used the same cabinet, but I've completely reshuffled the doors and everything, and it's equivalent space to what it already had, and we've created a lovely console which looks like a nice entryway point, and it also acts as a shoe rack for the client. The height of this console is much higher than what we would make in a normal console, but it is also because they wanted to house all the shoes in this space. So we've kind of designed it aesthetically that even though it is very high and tall, it still doesn't look very obstructive to the eye. Just below the console, I have left about 6-7 inches of space because since we have a tendency of opening our shoes and just leaving them here and there, and they don't have a good foyer area, what I decided to do was give them a space below their shoe rack in which they could just push their regular shoes in and grab it quickly while they were leaving the house. The second thing that needed attention, as I mentioned, was the television unit. Now, the television unit felt very boxy and it felt very closed up. It kind of made the room look very small, so to speak. So the first thing I did was to remove all of that, and we decided to go ahead with the unit which had enough storage, but yet it gave the feeling of lightness to the space. So we have a platform and we have these two huge drawers. The client wanted to store a lot of their children's, say, cricket kits or games that their son goes to play, or some bags that their daughters can just dump inside the space just by leaving the house. So these are huge drawers, but the way we've designed it with the cut and the slant, it doesn't feel like an overwhelming drawer space here. We've also given cabinets above where a lot of their books can be stored. We have a few open shelves because the client did not want too much of open spaces here, where a few artifacts can be housed, or they can put up a few of their family pictures. So this is how I transformed the TV unit from what it looked before to what it looks now. Another thing that the clients were very concerned about is the seating in the space over here. So we had brainstormed a lot of options of seating. We wanted to go ahead with the 3-seater plus 2 single-seaters, or she really wanted a jhula actually in the space, which again was becoming very difficult to accommodate since the walkways were a little narrow and we couldn't have accommodated one. We did have the option of placing 2-seaters and having the jhula here, but ultimately we went ahead with this very cozy and very plush and very soft looking sectional sofa over here in an L shape, where they could just laze around and watch TV and just be together with the family. And also it's made in 2 separate pieces, so it can kind of be pushed into corners, or one long seating can be created out of it if they have a gathering or if they have a puja meet. With the sofa, another reason why we went ahead with this beautiful sectional and plush looking sofa is because the design sense that we wanted to follow in this room, which I'll come to in a little bit. For the dining space, initially when the person who had helped them put this place together, they had thought of placing the dining table vertically, and they had a crockery unit, so to speak, right below the window, as you can see in the pictures over here. So the moment I saw it, I felt that the space needs to be opened up. The dining table was almost coming to where the shoe rack is right now, and every time someone would enter the house, that's the first thing they would just kind of bump into. So they needed a partition there, and that would have made the room even smaller. So what I wanted to do is I removed the crockery unit, I removed the sideboard, I removed everything from that wall, and we placed a dining table which has a bench. So this bench acts as a lovely seating for both their kids, and we've given them chairs in front of the dining table. So this is actually a 5-seater dining table, but the way we made it is this dining table can actually be pulled out a little, and another chair can be added whenever they want to, and the chair is kept in the balcony at the moment. So this kind of makes the space look bigger. The dining table is tucked away in a nook, and it also creates a little space for my client if she wants to just, while she's cooking and her meal is being prepared, she just wants to relax for a bit with a book or just watch something, watch our videos on her phone. So she can just sit on that little dining nook and a bench that I've given her and enjoy her time over there. Once the dining table area was in place, we realized that since I had pulled out that storage unit from from behind the dining table, the existing one, we needed space to house her crockery or her dining table essentials. So what I did was to take that unit itself and I transformed it to look like a dining sideboard or a console, and I have placed it right behind the sofa here. So this kind of acts as a virtual partition, so to speak, between the kitchen and the seating area. It can house all the essentials that she needs, and it also can be, like I have decorated it with a lot of plants here. She can actually put larger plants, so then there is a little bit of a visual partition between the kitchen and this area as well, which is also something that the clients have preferred and were wanting to look into. So we kind of got the console this side and put everything together in terms of storage. So this is how the functional aspect of everything was met in this space. But now coming to one of the more important aspects is the look and feel of the space. Since we had decided that this is how we are going to make the furniture, what was important was to decide how and what kind of colors to provide to the space, which will make the space look very open, very airy, very modern, very contemporary, and yet have a very just a very cozy vibe to the space. So I could not go extremely cold with the colors, and I was also restricted with the colors in terms of the clients had already had the lamination done for their kitchen cabinets. Now the kitchen cabinets above were in yellow color. You can see the before pictures here, and it's a very shocking yellow color which needed to be integrated somewhere in the space. Though it was a very bright color and it didn't go with the design aesthetic that we were thinking, I decided to give them a contemporary, modern looking space, and I wanted to tone the yellow down by using a lot of gray. We also wanted to add warmth through wooden textures, so we decided to go ahead with this very light cedar laminates. It looks beautiful. It has this very nice, just enough warm feel, and it also makes the space larger. So we've used that laminate all throughout, on the TV unit, on our shoe rack, even on the console unit and the dining unit itself. We've complemented that with this lovely grey sofa that you can see. This is, I think, I wish you guys could touch this fabric. It is so soft and plush, and it gives that, even though grey can be a very cold color, we have still given, it still feels very warm and inviting. So we wanted to, again, we didn't want to go very dark, but we've given her just enough grey to kind of complement the yellow in a very beautiful way. We also decided to laminate her kitchen trolleys below, which were not laminated earlier, in the same grey palette that we used for the sofa. So when the eye, as soon as you enter, as the eye continues, it feels like one cohesive space. Now when I wanted to marry in the yellow color, I did it by using this beautiful floral fabric, and I think this is what kind of makes or breaks the whole space. I didn't want to use it in the couch, of course, because it was too bold, but I wanted to use it in a way that it kind of ties everything together. So the blinds on the windows kind of marry the kitchen, the living, the dining, everything together with these big bold flowers which are in yellow, and it has shades of yellow, so it kind of pulls a little yellow from the cabinets, but it also has the subtle lemon yellow in it. We've placed a couple of same fabric cushions on our sofa to again complement it, and the way we made and designed the dining chairs is that they are also made out of fabric, so to give it like a softer, plusher feel. And the fabric used is the floral printed one for the backrest and the seat as well. And the last couple of things was putting the place together with paint and wallpaper, and initially the clients wanted to have a marble wallpaper on this wall, but we were not able to find the exact pattern and the stripes of the wallpaper were not going right. So one of my favorite wallpapers is the one that you see, which we've installed here for the client, and it is a beautiful contemporary piece, very light green color, has a lovely white, it has a pattern in white, and it just magically puts the place together. We also created the wall behind the television as the highlight wall. We've painted the door behind also in the same grey, because this is the wall that kind of, because it's a duplex, so everything, the bedrooms above is kind of connected with the TV unit, and I wanted to have that really nice dark grey continuing everywhere, and that's how we've highlighted the wall here, and we've highlighted this longer wall which is on the entry behind the shoe rack, and the entire wall that you see as soon as you enter on the left. Okay, so this is Sangeeta, and let us ask her what was her experience of how the space looks, and how it looks today and how it looked before.
Hi, actually we were passing through that road, and we just saw the beautiful decorated balcony, and that's how we connected with Fulcrum. The way you transform this beautifully, you are truly magician. Really.
Which is your favorite part of the house?
Everything, each and every corner.
But something which is जो आपको सबसे ज़्यादा अच्छा है.
This one.
The concept.
Yeah.
Even I didn't tell my viewers that. So I think the cane work that happened in the console, that also made a huge amount of difference in the look, and so this was the transformation, and this is how Sangeeta felt. I'm so glad that she loves this home, and I love this home, and I'm going to come for a cup of coffee very soon and enjoy with her on her couch. So thank you all for watching this video. I hope you saw how major a transformation can be made to a space. Every space has potential. Every space can be designed. There is never a restriction of that, and I would encourage each one of you to look at your spaces with a fresh eye, see what are the possibilities, and definitely strive towards giving yourself your dream home. Sangeeta was very persistent. Because she was not happy in the space, the way it was coming up, she decided to take this step and give herself this home, because she's the one who lives at home. She's a homemaker. She is bringing up two beautiful children. She nurtures a family, so it is important for her to have a space which is inspiring her, which is comforting her, and I'm so happy we were able to give her that. Do leave a comment below and let us know how you liked it, what was your favorite part, what was the major transformation you felt in this space. If you want to get a home makeover done, if you are looking to transform your spaces, if you're looking to design your spaces, get in touch with us. All the details are mentioned in the description box below. Lots of pictures of this site, lots of explanation about the site will go up on the website, it will go up on our Instagram. So do follow our social channels if you would like to see all of that. A very, very warm welcome to each one of you who has subscribed recently to our channel, and I would encourage you to please subscribe if you haven't, because it helps us understand that you're liking our content over here. And if you would love to share this video with your friends and family so that they can also partake this beautiful transformation, then please go ahead and do that. I will see you again very soon. Happy living.